What's up guys, it's Max once again with another video. Just me and you here again. By now you should be used to this, and to be honest with you, I kind of like it. It's just me and you sitting here, and well, not me and you, but me sitting here talking to the camera hoping that you're watching. Matter of fact, if this is your first time here, please subscribe. There's gonna be a lot more videos like this, and if you like this video, which I'm sure you will if you keep watching, smash the like button for me. Help me beat the YouTube algorithm. Not only that, I looked at my stats and like 50% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, but they keep coming back and subscribing. So do me a favor, sign in on your phone, on your YouTube app, and subscribe to me. Please help me beat the YouTube algorithm. Now this video that I want to share with you and me talking to you is like, if I could talk to the 20-year-old me or fresh 19-year-old me that's just now gaining independency and moving into 20 years old, and I figured it out, I know everything about life. This is me talking to my old self, hoping that you would watch this video and listen if you're 20 years old. I came up with 6 things that I think is very important for every 19, 20-year-old to know, coming from an older guy. Now I'm 35, and I thought, you know, at 30 you should have life totally figured out, which I didn't. If you guys know my story, at 30 I had to move back home with my mother. And I left home at 17 to join the United States Air Force. So after doing all of that, traveling the world, and then coming back home to being like, I don't know what's next, and hitting rock bottom, I'm gonna tell you what I wish somebody told me when I was just 20 years old. You ready? Number 1 is, don't be afraid to be yourself. And you're probably thinking, well, duh, how simple is that? But you won't really realize until you get older how much people do to please others or do because others may think of them. Just be yourself, be authentic, and don't be afraid of failure. Like, that's literally why most people never succeed. They never try because, one, they're worried about what somebody else is gonna think about them and what it would look like if they failed. Failure is part of success. It's actually the same journey. It's just that the road to failure, you kind of stop, and the road to success, you keep going. So don't worry what people on the outside think of you, and don't try to impress people you don't care about. Matter of fact, don't even impress the people you do care about, because if they care about you, then they don't want you to impress them. Just be yourself, be authentic, and don't be afraid of failure. Failure is literally a part of life. It's a part of success. And I'm telling you this from experience. I used to have people say to me all the time, hey Max, what are you doing now? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? Meaning that I would start new things all the time and, you know, fail. But they don't have to ask them anymore, because I'm pretty sure they know. Just be yourself. Don't let outside people influence who you are and what you do. Be authentic and true to yourself, and don't be afraid of failure. That's my number 1 tip for you right now. My number 2 tip is, oh my God, I wish I did this the entire time so I wouldn't have to doing this now. But my number 2 tip is be healthy now. Now, what I mean by that is, you know, there's a strong connection between mind and body. And if you're healthy now and all the way until you're my age of 35, then life is gonna be so much easier for you. Right now, I'm on this thing called 75 Hard, really getting my mind and body back into working out, scheduling my workouts. So do that now, because the metabolism that you have right now is not gonna get better. It only gets worse. So work out now, eat good food, try to eat natural food, stay away from processed foods as much as possible. Now, I know you gotta go out there and have fun, but just keep this in mind. As you get older, your body's gonna deteriorate. You wanna start being healthy now. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it so much longer in your life. So that way, when you're rich later and you're healthy, life is the limits, right? You may live to your 96 and be a millionaire from the age of 40 on, moving on up. But I'm telling you right now, be healthy now. Do not wait to start the healthy kick. Do it while you're young. So that's my number 2 tip. Be healthy now. All right, tip number 3 is change your mindset. Now, I know that sounds crazy. You need to change your mindset. Literally change your mindset. In your 20s is probably the most crucial times of your life, because it's who you decide to start hanging out with. You start to become these people that you're around. But hear me out. Stop thinking of trading your time for dollars. Now, I'm not saying going out there and don't go out there and not work. What I'm starting to say is just don't think that's the only way you can make money. There's much more ways that you can do than doing that. You need to just change your mind. Challenge every thought that you have as a 20-year-old now, and don't do anything what they consider normal or cool or in style. Change the way you think. This totally happened to me, but it happened to me late. It literally hit me when I was almost 31 years old. I had to change my mindset. I had to start challenging every single thing I was thinking about and what I learned from leaving home at 17 all the way up until the time I was 30. And I just had to really challenge the thoughts of who I was and what I thought the world was. So listen to me. Go out there and change your mindset. And I know it sounds crazy, but anything that you think is normal now, challenge it. And I promise you it will make you a better person in the future. And not only that, I want you to take risk now. Take risk while you're in your 20s. I mean, big risk. Do things, I'm not saying go to jail type risk, but I'm saying start that business you want. Try that hobby that you love that may turn into your passion, that may make you $1 trillion. Take risks now because it's important to do it now when you're young versus later on in life when you have a wife and kids and all those things. But I'm not saying try any get rich quick schemes. They don't work. They don't exist. Don't try to get rich quick. Just slowly take your time to get there. You need to be reading self-development books right now. I mean, just books that are going to help you change your mindset. Start investing into books. Now, if you're like me, I'm dyslexic. And reading is not my strongest and fastest thing. It'd probably take me twice the time it would take you to read a book. Download Audible. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you think you get Audible for free, but download Audible and just download your books. Turn off the music when you're going in your car and just play audiobooks of some of the most famous people or people that you like or people that you see what they are now and you want to become them in some way, shape, or form. Listen to their books and listen to books about successful people that you enjoy actually looking at. It will change. And I know it seems kind of corny, but listening to books and reading books and being able to challenge any thoughts that you may have, it will help you change your mindset. So take risk. Don't try to get rich quick. And you need to be reading self-development books right now. So number 3 is change your mindset. Now, number 4, I think is very important. At your 20 years old, you want to go out and drink, you want to go out and have fun at the clubs, and you want to do all these things that you're told you were supposed to do in your 20s. Now, I'm not saying don't go out and have any fun.
Oh my God, Max is being a crazy old grandpa.
That's not what I'm saying. Go out and have fun, but keep it in moderation. You are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with, and I would limit my time and your time. I'm talking to my 20-year-old self. I would limit the time you spend around people with zero ambitions and goals. Like if they just don't want to be anything and they don't talk to you about, hey, I think we should open up this business, or I think we should think about investing in this. Anything but those multi-level marketing, Forex, sign 7 people up, and don't do that. I'm talking about anybody around you that wants to actually do things and they bring up ideas that seem so far-fetched. Those are the people you kind of want to hang around. Limit the time you spend with these guys that just want to live for Friday every single time. I remember in high school, going to high school with Chris Paul, and we would pull up to Chris's house, and Chris would be down at his basketball court shooting shots, and we would be heading out to wherever the house party is or whatever clubs or shabooms or whatever it was when we were in high school, and he would be shooting shots. And you can see why that paid off for him at a very young age, making it to the NBA and doing all that stuff. So all I'm saying is hang around people who are ambitious, people who have goals that seem way bigger than what they are. And hanging around those people will help challenge your mind. Not only that, one thing I did when I was young, which I wish I did more of, was hang around people who you want to be. Does that make sense? Find somebody older. Find somebody in your community, your town, somebody your family or friends knows that is very successful, and offer them anything you possibly can to get next to them. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, wash their car for free, clean their house, their office, carry their golf bags, be their caddy when they're on golfing trips. Do whatever it is to get next to that person, and don't ask for any money. Matter of fact, refuse for them to even pay you. Like, just say, no, I don't want anything. I just want to help you. How can I add value? And the whole idea here is to add value to that person's life without ever expecting anything from that person. Because hanging around somebody you inspire to be is one of the biggest hacks. You start to learn their mannerisms, how they speak on the phone, how they carry themselves, and all these things to help you become, all these small muscle movements that help you become a successful person. Learning sense of urgency. And I had that person in my life when I was younger that helped me see things that people around me did not see at the point in time. And I still talk to this person till this day. So here's what I would say. Find somebody that is older that you want to be like, and do whatever you can to get around this person and spend as much time as you can to really just pick up anything that you can from this person. I promise you. So choose your friends wisely. All 5 of them, make sure that they're worth hanging around. It's gonna pay off later, trust me. So my number 5 tip that I wish I could tell my 20-year-old self is live below your means. What does that mean? Live below your means. Like literally, just because you can afford to move out of your parents' house, or you think you can afford to move out of your parents' house, don't do it. It's not cool to have that 2-bedroom apartment and it's you and maybe a friend and you guys are barely scraping by to pay rent and the bills. It's not worth it. Stay at home as long as you can. Trust me, it is worth it. Stay at home as long as you can. Now, there's some rules with staying at home. Obviously, you got to follow your parents' rules, but as long as you're being progressive and you're doing things and moving in the right direction, you should be able to stay home. And parents, if your son or your daughter who's 20 years old does not want to leave, but they're doing the right things in life, allow them to stay. We got to stop this, you're 18-year-old, you're independent, get out of my house thing, because that doesn't work. It didn't work and it's not going to work. So allow them to stay as long as they're doing something and moving in the right direction. I promise you. Another thing you need to do is create a monthly budget and spend it all. Yes, spend it all. Now, what I mean by that is you actually need to budget your savings. Budget how much you're investing, budget your bills, and make sure at the end of the month you have nothing. Even if that means that you have to budget for the $50 that you're gonna put in your pocket for petty cash. Promise you, it's gonna be worth it. So make a budget. Now they have apps for like everything. Like you can budget everything. Download an app and budget yourself all the way out. See, because if you don't have that apartment rent and those apartment lights and those bills that you have to pay and split with a friend, you can take more money and save. Another thing I would do is invest in the low cost index funds. You're thinking, what is that? Just look it up. Google low cost index funds and just invest a simple $50, $100, $200, whatever you can afford every single month into that index fund. It will pay off when you're 40 and 45 and 50 and you got a net worth of $1 million. Trust me, sounds far-fetched, but it starts with $1. So you need to just do it. Trust me. Look up low-cost index funds and invest into those things as you can. You don't need those new carbon fiber things in your car, or back in my days, those Rocker Fosgate speakers or Monster this and that you don't need all that stuff. Live simple, like I said, live below your means. You don't need all that crap. And another thing is, start a side hustle. I mean, do you know how easy it is to go out and buy a pressure washing machine and pressure wash driveways for $60 to $100 an hour, pressure wash the side of houses and make an extra $500 or $600 a month? There's so many things you can do to start a side hustle. So start your side hustle. Don't wait. Start it with one of those friends. One of those 5 friends I told you to hang around with. Start it with one of those guys or ladies that you're friends with, because it's important to pick up this money. Remember, you're not trading your dollars for hours. And I'm not saying don't go out and work. Remember, I said I didn't tell you to quit your job. What I'm saying is start the side hustle so you can make some extra money, so you have more money to invest with, more money to save. I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth it. So live below your means, please. Live below your means right now. So my number 6 thing is travel. And I don't mean like, let's go to Miami and Vegas. I mean like travel the world. Go to places that make you uncomfortable. You need to be uncomfortable in order to grow. I love going to places that I have no idea about their culture, their way of life, and what they think about us or me, because it's important. Some of the best businesses I've ever thought of is while I was traveling, while I've seen opportunity in different countries, in remote places, or whatever it is. And if you budget accordingly, and if you're living below your means, you can actually budget to go on 1 or 2, overseas trips a year. Like here the next couple weeks, I'm going to be going to South Africa. A regular class ticket was only, I think, $1,100. And once you get to Africa, you can stay there pretty cheaply. So don't say that traveling is expensive, but I know those same flights that you can get that same flight for probably $600 or $800 going to South Africa. But you don't have to go there, but go somewhere that's gonna challenge the way you think. Somewhere where you can experience other cultures and see the way people do things. It will help broaden your mind. It will make you uncomfortable, and it will allow you to be much more diverse than the people that never get to leave their small hometown, right? I'm sure you know people that's never been to the beach, and the beach is only 3 hours away. So don't be one of those people. Travel as much as you can and make sure you put it in your budget. And that's why it's important to live below your means so you can put in the budget every single month so that you have money to go out and travel, do these things. Not Vegas, not Miami, not those places I'm talking about. Travel for some cultural diversity. It's gonna help you in the long run, I promise. Now, I know I said I only had 6, and before I finish number 7, please do me a favor. If you're watching this video this far, just do me one favor, just one. Hit the like button and please subscribe, and also share this video with a friend like right now before I get to number 7. Because I promise you, if you follow these 7 things, it will help you in your 20s to where your 30s, you're much more secure, and in your 40s, you're just living a fantastic life. You're just gonna live a fantastic life. But number 7, the bonus thing for number 7 is probably one of the most important things. Learn about money. Like, what do you mean learn about money? Like, you need to really learn what money is and that it's a tool. And if you understand that and you understand financial literacy, there's another thing you should do, and how to build credit, then you're gonna be way well ahead of the game when you get to your 30s. So you need to learn about money. There's books out there all over the place where I will put in the description below so you can go out and download these books on ebook or whatever it is you wanna do. Get these books, listen to them, read them, whatever your preference is, but learn about money, learn financial literacy, and build credit. Listen, if you're just in your brand new 20s, go out and go get a $1,000, $500 secured credit card and pay 1 or 2 things off of that card every month, and pay 3 to 5 days before your due date every month, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 24 months, and I promise you, you'll automatically get an 800 credit score. And do this and do this because you can and not because you need the money off the credit card. Use the money you already have that you budgeted, because here's what I learned. Don't use your debit card, you get no perks, but if you use a credit card, you get perks to that. So the life that I live now is I spend everything each month on a credit card. Everything, all my bills, everything. And before the due date, I'll write one huge check every single month to my credit card bill, every month. And that's what you eventually will get to when they start giving you $30,000 and $40,000 and $50,000 credit card limits down the road. Every month I earn $2,000 or $3,000 cash back on my credit cards. So understand what money is. I'm gonna link some books below in the description so you can read about it or listen about it. And then also, you need to gain financial literacy and then build your credit. Do these things while you're young. Do these 7 things while you're young, and I promise you, you will enjoy life like it's better. Because I'm gonna tell you what, that bottle of tequila tastes way better when you're rich, and especially when you're in your 30s, because you can do whatever you want. So sacrifice in your 20s, build in your 20s, so that when you get to your 30s, you're on cruise control. Trust me. I wish I was able to have this conversation with the 20-year-old me. Do I regret where I am now? No. But I'll be way more comfortable and way happier and much further than I am now. So I can imagine if I only started learning this at 30, what would I do if I had a 10-year head start? I don't know, but I hope you liked this video. And if you did, please smash the like button, subscribe, and listen, please subscribe. But more importantly, hit the like button, comment below, what was your favorite 1 out of 7 things? Give me your number 1 thing that you enjoyed watching this video from 1 through 7, and I'll respond, and I'll pin the best comment. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.